The effects of President Trump's 145% tariff hike on Chinese goods are no longer just numbers on a screen, they're now slamming into American ports with full force. What began as regulatory paperwork and coded policies has exploded into a global crisis. As of May 2025, the largest food trade war in human history is officially underway, and the consequences are devastating. This isn't just economic theory. It's a full-blown collapse in real time. Farmers are being crushed. Trade routes are in chaos. Vulnerable nations are slipping into hunger. Global food security has been broken, and we're only at the beginning. Before we go further, hit that like button to support independent reporting and help us fight the YouTube algorithm. Let's start with China. In a stunning escalation, Beijing slapped a 34% tariff on all U.S. imports. Within hours, key American agricultural exports, corn, soybeans, wheat, pork, and dairy, were effectively shut out of the Chinese market. Soybean prices plummeted. Contracts vanished. Cargo ships were rerouted. In just 72 hours, Chinese importers secured over 2 million tons of soybeans from Brazil, paying a $20 per ton premium just to avoid American supply. Brazil's ports are overwhelmed. Amazon River barges are moving non-stop. Meanwhile, U.S. grain elevators sit silent. Some farmers sold at a loss. Others stopped planting altogether. Then came retaliation against Canada. After aligning with U.S. trade policy, Canada faced 100% tariffs on canola and 25% on pork and seafood. Shipments stalled. Prices dropped. Farmers in Alberta and Saskatchewan were hit hard. Officials called it economic blackmail, Beijing called it payback. Next, the European Union. Angered by U.S. metal tariffs, the EU imposed a 25% duty on American corn, disrupting vital feed supply lines in Spain, Germany, and the Netherlands. Pork and poultry prices across Europe are now spiking. Tariffs on U.S. soybeans are under review, and expected to hit next. But the crisis doesn't stop with tariffs, it's about protectionism. India, the world's largest rice exporter, shocked markets by banning all non-basmati white rice exports. Half of India's rice trade froze overnight. Panic buying erupted across Asia and Africa. Global rice prices soared. Eastern Europe followed suit. Poland, Hungary, Slovakia, and Romania blocked Ukrainian grain imports, claiming market flooding. The EU backed them. Ukraine called it betrayal. Their last viable land export corridor is now under pressure. Add to this, Russia's export restrictions, Kazakhstan's new licensing rules, Argentina's surprise lemon ban, and what you get is not a supply chain. It's a global food blockade. The World Bank now confirms, 19 countries have imposed 25 export bans in the past year. This is no longer trade policy, it's siege warfare. And under siege, prices explode. Soybeans, corn, canola, sunflower oil, all are surging. Meat prices are rising globally. In places like Egypt, Nigeria, and Indonesia, food inflation is topping 15%. And wherever food prices spike, unrest follows. Protests have broken out across Jakarta, Nairobi, Beirut, and Geneva. Supermarkets looted. Grain depots stormed. UN agencies slashing budgets. Millions are sliding into food insecurity. Food is now weaponized, used as currency, punishment, and leverage. Russia is demanding sanctions be lifted in exchange for grain exports. China wants US tariffs dropped before reopening its market. Washington is reacting, but slowly. The USDA launched a $1.3 billion relief package. Trade talks are scrambling for lifelines. Emergency summits are underway. But farmers are furious, and U.S. influence is shrinking fast. Some farmers are taking drastic measures. One Illinois soybean grower burned his unsold crops on camera. In California, fruit rots in containers. In Texas, small pork operations are shutting down. Even food banks in Detroit and LA are overwhelmed. Grocery shelves are emptying. The black market is booming. And while the US bleeds, others thrive. Brazil is now the top soybean supplier to China. Russia dominates wheat. Argentina is booming in beef exports. A new food axis is rising, aligned, efficient, and unshaken. Meanwhile, US food exports have dropped 20% year over year. Barges on the Mississippi are running at half capacity. And Congress is still arguing. The global food map is being redrawn, and the nation that once fed the world is being left behind. What started as policy is now punishment.